Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, massive protests in Paris. The Yellow Vests organized it. If you remember the Yellow Vest protests, I think it's an on and off thing over there. And they protested because of the decreasing standards of living and inflation. I personally expected I expected more civic action due to the worsening of the standard of living in the Western countries. But it's either because it's not as bad yet, or we are not informed of the real magnitude of these protests, be it in France or Czech Republic. They used to be big ones, or in Germany, or in Great Britain. I know they had nurses and not only the post office strikes and all that. Nothing came to fruition. Nothing happened. They just create a little bit of inconvenience, and the caravan continued its march towards, I would say, our self-destruction, their power grab. This article comes from Al Mayadeen. That's an Arab news outlet. Yellow Vest rally in Paris to protest inflation, living conditions. The Yellow Vest primarily mobilized in the Paris area from Breteuil Square in the 7th around in the direction of Bercy Boulevard in the 12th arrondissement. France protest movement, the Yellow Vest, mobilized on Saturday to protest rising inflation and the government's plans to push forward pension reform. The movement also protested against the government's repeated usage of Article 49.3, which in their opinion cut short democratic legislative debate in order to adopt the budget for 2023. Well, shut up and go to work, pay your taxes and consume, basically. The movement also protested, yes. The Yellow Vest primarily mobilized in the Paris area. It is worth noting that the protesters were tightly controlled by police officers, keeping watch and containing them from all sides. Yeah, and they talk about the Iranians. Hey, the Iranians kill people. If that's so, then that's bad. One of the protesters said, as quoted by RIA Novosti, that the poor in France are in distress. They cannot afford treatment, quality food, and pay electricity bills. Well, I don't know if someone really said that, but anyway. Earlier, a poll indicated that 52% of those polled want to see France face a social explosion, end quote, in the coming months, with the formation of a Yellow Vest type movement, end quote. In a similar context, Philippe Martinez, head of the General Confederation of Labour, CGT, France's leading trade union, has largely warned that France will see a wave of mass strikes in early 2023. Yeah, okay, let's see. If the government does not roll back its pension reform. So that's the only thing. Earlier in September, around 250,000 protesters took to the streets to announce their opposition to raising the age of retirement and demanding an increase in the minimum wage. Did they succeed doing anything? I don't think so. At the time, France's largest trade unions such as CGT, Solidaire and FSU made a press release announcing their rejection of the reform aimed at raising the retirement age. The union also announced that they will hit the streets this month if the government does not give in to their request. Well, good luck to you guys. I don't expect anything to happen. That has to be not only in Paris, and it has to be consistent. But I never really, and I'm going to be straight with you guys here, I never understood how a protest, just a protest, would change the governance mind. Let's say I'm in Élysée, Paris, and I'm looking down the window, I see 250,000 people over there telling me that I'm an idiot and they want this and they want that. And I look over there and say, wave and go back and do what I do best, whatever I was doing. What's going to happen? They're going to be freezing, and that's it. Monday they go to work. If they don't go to work, they don't get paid. So unless I have in my government people who would say, you know what, maybe we should do this, maybe they can outvote me, maybe they can implement some policies, they can't touch me. How are they going to touch me? They're going to start rioting? That's why we have law enforcement and military as well. So that could be dealt, if you know what I mean. Legally, I'm not talking about anything bad. Legally. You start rioting, obviously that's a criminal offense. Boom. Protest, yes. And even with the protest I can. And I'll let you protest for years if you want. Go and protest. What are you going to do about it? You're going to show up to work, as I said, you get paid. You don't, you're going to be starving. Are you going to be stealing? Police will get involved. Unless you have institutions that will start usurping you, you know, like cutting your legs or taking the carpet from underneath your feet, you're untouchable. Unless you have, I don't know, the police not following orders, the military doing something, other politicians, other departments striking. Yeah, but then go ahead, guys, go ahead. I mean, a little bit of cold air does good for burning calories and for your health in general. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even have to talk to them. Or I can talk to them and I just postpone things, and I don't solve anything. But I show that I tried. We tried, but we couldn't, you know, and I give a bullshit offer that is really insulting. And I say, well, at least I came forward with this. I can't give you more, but I can give you Ukraine. Yeah, but Ukraine, if I don't do that, the Russians will take everything you own. And, you know, if you own anything in France, I don't know how far did they get with the Communist Manifesto over there so far. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. By the way, I sincerely think that there's some truth in you will not own anything, or you will own nothing and be happy. That thing from Mr. Schwab, I think, is really serious. As stupid as it might sound, or extreme, I think they will ask us to be protected and to be taken away stuff so we don't have any responsibility. And believe me, that's, you know, a strata of the society, the guys among us, you have a big percentage in a society that really want that, are okay with that. They want a big mommy or a big daddy to take care of their lives. Just make sure that they give them jobs and they give them an income enough to breathe. That's it. There's a lot of them among us who have no skills or no qualities, and they are satisfied with what they got. There are a lot of them say, well, I'm self-satisfied. That's all I need. I don't need to talk. I don't have the freedom to speak. I don't care. I don't want to say anything anyway. All I need is food, booze, TV, and from time to time. That's it. It's a, I don't want to give percentages here, but it's a big you know, percentage in a society that you have these guys, that you can't move them unless you really deprive them of, I don't know, the beer or the basic food or cigarettes or THC or whatever they use, you know what I mean? Cocaine or crack or something. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.